Chains.
Chains? Oh. Chains. Chains. Chain of fools. Ooh, chains. A chain of fools. Oh, so a bunch of fools are chained together. Oh, this is going to be so exciting. Let's pull their energy. So this could represent one or two individuals. What is the energy of those that are chained together? The chain of fools. What demon or angel is in their energy? Oh, just so you know, so these cards, this is the Heaven and Hell deck. The demon and the angel are very specific to your hour of birth or your date of birth, and it designates like how that angel or demon is attached to you. So these readings, in relation to these cards specifically, when I read it out loud, it may resonate more for those with those birthdays. Round in a circle. Oh, rounding them up. Oh, we're rounding up all these chained fools. Chain of fools. Chain of fools. Oh, yes. Okay. 3 cards came out. Justice on the bottom. Khalil. Oh, the angel of Khalil is over this reading. Okay, justice. So this reading is about justice for the fools that are chained together. They've clearly done something horrendous. What have they done? Ooh, scandal. Bathin. Oh my god. Okay. This is a big scandal. This is a big scandal in your community. Okay, scandalous ones. Let's see, what have we had? Oh, all 3 are demons. That's very telling. Okay, we have Halphus, which is falsehood. 38, which makes an 11. So there's justice coming in for some sort of scandalous falsehood, some sort of rituals and ceremonies. Falsehood, cruelty.
Look closer.
So the lies and look, okay. If you hear my family in the background, it's okay. Don't mind them. Love and submission. So we have 38, 39, and 70. We have falsehood, cruelty. Malphus is cruelty. Halphus is falsehood. Someone treated this like... Okay, this group that's working together, they treated this whole, like, charade as... It's like the football plays where, like, they're writing down the football plays on paper or on the board and they're, like, all huddled together during a football game. Okay, let's see. And then we have seer. 70 dangerous writings. So this all was slander or tort. This is falsehood. So this was cruel lies and falsehood that was written. Dangerous writings, cruelty, and falsehood. Caution? Yeah, they should have taken caution, but they didn't. Oh, caution. Okay, 18 is a 9. So there's justice coming in for this scandal that's occurred. What's underneath that? Indiscretion and lie telling. Wow, there's just so much liars here. Wow.
Exactly.
Thank you, Spirit. What is wrong with people? I swear, some of these people that are living are worse than demons. The audacity, right? The audacity. The freaking audacity. Okay. Clarify, show me the line for Halphus, the falsehood. Okay, Eight of Swords in reverse. They were trying to make you anxious with the lies, right? Like lies are going to make you anxious and paranoid. Okay. Their intention with these lies was to make you anxious, but now it's in reverse. Anxious about lies and secrets, trying to make it seem like there were secrets. Worship. Oh. Some of these people could actually pretend to be, I'm just going to say, pretend to be Christian, like to pretend to follow Jesus Christ, but really they worship Satan at night. Like they plan corrupt things, they plan lies and slander and tort, and like, because this is written. This is a written lie, so that's a tort when it's written. Slander is like verbal. It's both, they're both technically slander. They wanted, the falsehood was that you were emotionally imbalanced, and that you might be like the moon, hysteria. So I'm picking up that word hysteria to like paint you as you were hysterical. This could have been a form of what we would call reactive abuse, is where they do things, they lie, they say things, they spread rumors, right? So that when people approach you or things are being told to you or you're reading, right, some lie, it's supposed to make you react in a way that makes people believe that you're the problem. That's what reactive abuse is. Oh, if they were really the victim, wouldn't they be calm? No, it's actually the opposite way around. The person that's super calm and pretending to be like, oh, like, wouldn't they be? No, that's the psychopath. That's the narcissist. The person that's really upset about being lied about, you know, really upset, you can really tell, especially if it's written. All this is being written. Someone lied about something, and I think this person is now anxious. These cards, man.
Vows.
Vows. They vowed. Four of Pentacles. And the Lovers in reverse. Oh. Hold on, you guys. Okay. They wanted you, so, okay. These lies, they wanted this type of slander to affect your love life, to keep you in reverse. Like, so you would be unattractive to other people because you're struggling or people are slandering you, right? So if someone's lying about you and it gets around, then people look at you like, why would I want to date somebody like that? They may believe that the public, because this is public, so some public written information here. They wanted to affect your love life, and they wanted to affect your money. Four of Pentacles. They wanted your money to be stalled or you to have less, because the Four of Pentacles is like you have to hold on to everything, every little thing. You have to like budget really carefully, and that kind of, they wanted to, so they meant for these lies to seem like secrets, like, oh, I shouldn't be telling you this, but this is the secret about the collective. The radio. Yeah, this person broadcasted this. This is like a public broadcasting. However they've done it, they've broadcasted this. Okay. Clarify Malthus, the cruelty. What is the cruelty in relation? I'll read you guys in a second the birthdays that are associated and the dates, the times as well. Knight of Wands in reverse. They took reckless actions towards you to create, okay. You know when someone... Angel? Yeah. They instigated it, but then they said back, what are you talking about? I didn't do that. This is someone who is playing stupid with this Knight of Wands in reverse. This is someone who's acting like they didn't make like swift, quick action. They weren't reckless with their words. They weren't being, facetious or deceitful. This person's trying to pretend, oh, I didn't do anything like that. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not me. And by doing that, they're deflecting away from the actual cruelty. The cruelty in this was that they wanted to destabilize you. So they manipulated your communication with it in reverse. They wanted to make your communication seem really immature, not thought out well. They wanted to create a lot of confusion. And here's the Empress here. What's under her? The Queen of Cups, a very loving, but they wanted to burden the Queen of Cups and the Empress energy here. They wanted to create a lot of burdens for this person. And that was the cruelty, is they wanted to manipulate.
That's mine.
That's mine. So just as an example, I'm just giving this as an example. Let's say you're with someone and they move on and they're in a totally different relationship, but they can't stop talking about you. They can't stop creating havoc for you. They can't stop lying about you. Like whatever is going on.
Chains.
Yeah, this person is trying to chain you energetically to them. And this Fool of Chains that are around you. There's a group here. It's not just one person. This person's trying to chain themselves to you. There could be for some of you, there could be like a contract. For some, it's a divorce. For others, this is like a group of very jealous individuals that you were friends with, and now you're not friends with these people anymore.
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Oh, they were never friends. Thank you, Spirit, for clarifying that. The Ten of Swords stab you in the back. Look at all those people around. There's people pretending like, who put the knife in? What's going on? Like the chaos that they're creating, they're acting as if this is not... I don't know what you're talking about. The cruelty in it is that they want to pretend like the things that they're saying, the lies that they're saying, are true. To the point where it appears to be true. Like, well, why would I stab this person unless they were doing the same to me? This is the kind of person that would say like, but I stabbed her because I was defending myself. I'm defending myself. This is part of the lie. This is also part of the basement. This is also part of the cruelty. I'm defending myself. I'm a victim too. No, you're not. Whoever I'm speaking to, collective, they're not. There are quite literally 3 demons that popped out. Remember, these cards have angels and demons. They could pop out any freaking way. But clearly, there's 3 demons here. There are 3 demons that are attached to these people. Poisoned, yeah. They poisoned the minds of everybody that they possibly could get their hands on. 3 of Pentacles. Whispering secrets. See this? See the secrets. See, he's whispering. When they tell lies, what happens to your finances? Your finances, you're holding on for dear life for your finances. Well, when is my Ten of Pentacles going to come in? When are my ships coming in? When is my soulmate coming in? When am I going to get married? When am I going to like settle down and have a life? When am I going to do that? Like, this is what they were blocking you from. money, finances, stability. They don't want you to have stability. So what did they do? They gossiped, whispering in people's ears so that no one would invest in you financially and romantically. And why did they do that? Because you walked away. You may have, oh, here, what is this? The Knight of Swords. Yeah, they were very vicious, very immature communication. Clarify this cruelty here. Four of Cups. They wanted you focused on the sadness. The cruelty was that they believed that there was nothing you could do about the lies.
Shopkeeper.
Shopkeeper. Oh, maybe you own a business? That's what I'm getting, right? You own a business and this person was trying to block business from coming your way. That was part of the cruelty. They were trying to stop your income and your finances and resources. So like, again, if you were building a business or you're building a business.
Outraged.
Yeah. This person was outraged that you were even like doing something for yourself or creating something on your own. This group of people would be outraged. This is like, again, a chain of fools. It's not just one person. This is like a group of people. Okay, clarify the dangerous writings. Dangerous writings. Oh my God.
I want to talk.
This guy is holding a head. Look, he's holding a head. Oh my God. This demon is holding a head. Dangerous writings. Okay, dangerous writings. Clarify the dangerous writings.
Flames.
Flames. Oh, shit. Ace of Wands. Flames. The fire energy here. Flames. Oh, this is not the flames. What am I talking about? Fire energy. Okay, some of you might be dealing with like fire energies, or you have fire energy in your chart. I don't do astrology or charts, or I don't even talk really about like signs because that's not what I do. I'm a Gnostic Christian. We don't follow astrology in that way. This is the Magician. This is someone who
I'm leaving.
has the mask. So they put a mask on you with the lies that they spoke, everything that's affecting your energy, you creating wealth for yourself, you calling in new love, all of those things are being affected by the mask that they've created, the dangerous things that they've written down that give people a biased impression of you. Clarify the dangerous writings. This person has what we call cognitive distortions. So we're jumping to conclusions, getting other people to jump to conclusions. They had false emotional reasonings.
I don't understand.
For why I don't understand. They labeled you in a certain way. They blamed you. They made it very personal. They made you leaving like an extremely, maybe this was like
Erased.
Erased. Yeah, they were trying to erase you. Maybe this is family. It doesn't, some kind of family dynamic here. But they wanted to erase you from the equation, from obtaining resources and finances. So they also wanted everybody to overgeneralize, which is to view all the negativity as like a never-ending like cycle. They wanted people to believe that this behavior or this stuff that that you collective, oh yeah, devil and the world. Why did I think the camera was over here? Or is that judgment? No, is this judgment? I think this is judgment. So for some of you, if this is like this could be legal when the judgment card is here. This could be legal matters. They could have tried to sue you. Or there could be potential for that in the future based off of the lies. Dangerous writings. Yeah, these writings have created a lot of endings in your life, have made people think
Angel.
you to be a certain way. Yeah. But you're actually an angelic type. So you would be the opposite of these three demons. You'd be the alchemist and transformation. That would be Ibrahim. You would also embody love and submission to the Lord.
Help.
Real help. Oh. So what I would say is I would pray to God and have God confirm this message for you. Because that's really what's important, is that you ask God. It's one thing to like talk to somebody who has prophetic gifts or has the gift of sight, right? Like a seer like myself. But we always need to pray to the Lord. No matter what. We're going to pray to Jesus, we're going to pray to God, and we're going to ask God, how does this information fit into my life, and how can I use this information to, with your consent, Lord, to create the life that I want, to remove these negative things in my life. Cemetery. Okay. The last reading talked about death, so someone might be dying or something's ending. Ritual and ceremony. Hamaya or Amaya. Interesting. You could be a Catholic. You could have been born Catholic or Orthodox, or you could be Coptic. Something to do with your behavior. Some of you, I'm neurodivergent. I'm autistic. Bored. Oh, some of you could be ADHD. You have certain rituals. You could be neurodivergent in some way, and you could have like certain ritualistic behaviors that you partake in, and they tried to demonize those behaviors. They tried to demonize your communication, your behaviors, your extracurricular activities, your religion. Let's say that they believe in a different type of faith. They could have slandered your faith belief as well. The Hierophant. Yeah. With these two judgment court cards out here, the Hierophant and the Judgment, these are two court cards. So that does mean that there might most likely have some sort of legal consequences here, or legal involvement here. There's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of fighting about money here. Queen of Wands on the bottom. What else do we need to know about this message, Father God? King of Swords. The Fool. And the King of Wands. There is a King of Wands and a King of Swords. And a Fool in the middle.
I don't understand.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting there. Wow, Queen of Swords. Woo, buddy. Oh my god. Okay. So this King of Swords, so I'm going to say, collective, you're the Queen of Swords. This King of Swords and this King of Wands with the Fool, there is a group of people, again, chained to each other. There's a chain of fools here that have just believed one another's like lies and slander and like corruption here. They were foolish with the decision that they made. They were foolish to speak about something they didn't understand or someone they didn't understand. In between the Queen of Swords and, oh wow. Wow, that card has to come out. Queen of Swords, the Chariot, and the Strength. You had a lot of courage to move beyond these chain of fools. These could be a romantic partner linked to a friend group that you're no longer friends with, to a family, maybe their family, or this could be a friend that has family and a friend group that you were linked to. All this person, you guys are like looking at each other. You're like staring at these people.
Apologize.
You're like, you better effing apologize. Like in your head, you're staring at this person like, you better apologize. And this person's like this. Hell if I will. Hell if I will apologize. This person doesn't know how to apologize because they don't want to be accountable for anything. This person's a fool. They're a fool in life. They need a Queen of Wands, King of Wands energy. They don't have this energy. They need people around them to carry them. They don't actually have the talent or the skill. This is someone that may have been in a friend group or just a group that you are acquainted with, and they were jealous of the fact that you have the talent, you have the skills, right? Queen of Swords. You're very logical in thought. You're very your cognitive thinking, your divergent thinking, all of the above. Some of you could be ADHD and you just move a lot. You might have moved job hopped around. This person could be talking badly about you job hopping. Some of you may have had to move from home to home. This person slandered you about how often you've had to move. When in the economy and in the world today, like in relationships, when you have relationships with people, I mean, many times if you move in with those individuals, you're going to have to move out, right? These are just normal life things that happen to everybody, but they tried... Leave it? They tried to heighten this is their cruelness. They tried to heighten it as if it was abnormal. It's an abnormal behavior. All of these things about this individual are abnormal, and this is all that they spoke about. But there's justice here. Clarify the justice. What's happening? What's the justice coming in? 10 of Swords in reverse and 7 of Pentacles. You're moving forward. You have strength to move beyond this. Not only did you move out of this situation, you're no longer sharing. At one point you were supposed to share with this person, or you were sharing with this person. Now you're not sharing with this group anymore. These people, you're not dealing with them, you're not sharing with them. Because you don't have to. You're not their mom and you don't need to take care of them emotionally anymore. You're not their friend. You're not their wife, their husband, you're nothing to them. They're nothing to you. But I see that you have the strength to move forward, and the 10 of Swords is in reverse, meaning whatever swords were stabbed you in the back, there's going to be justice for them. What is the justice in relation to? You're going to be saving Hierophant. You're going to have protection from the law, but you're also going to have protection. Some of you could be filing a civil lawsuit for tort or slander. Some of you could be getting a new job or upgrading financially. So these swords that they stabbed in your back, they're irrelevant, right, to the type of work that you will be doing or the type of work that you are doing. Guess who's back? back, again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? That's the song I just heard. And the part that stuck out for me was the shady part. This person is like, thinks that they're going to be able to spin drift their way through the lies. What's going to happen to this individual? Or this chain of fools? The Magician, the Temperance, and the Three of Wands. Oh, wow. Yep. They're going to be investigated here. There's going to be a thorough investigation done on this chain of fools that you were attached to. House. Oh. They might be investigated. Again, the other reading that I just did talked about fraud. So there could have been some sort of illegal activity so many times people will slander you to hide their illegal activity so that no one looks into them and what they're doing, but everybody looks into the person that they're slandering. That's literally what both of these readings basically shout to me. Somebody here, this group likes to party a lot. They like to drink a lot. They like to gossip. They're like, it's almost like a catty group of mean girls, but it might not just be girls. It could be guys as well, is what I'm picking up. There's definitely the King of Wands and the King of Swords. There's two masculines, and then this Fool could be either gender, really. Some of these people could be married. Whatever burdens they were trying to create for you, whatever conflict is in reverse, it was reversed onto them. So what's going to start happening is like the Lord is splitting this and going, okay, from now on, if this group these chain of fools tries to continue to bring 10 of swords to your door, they are literally going, look, King of Pentacles and Two of Wands in reverse. There is no forward movement, and Ace of Cups in reverse. They're losing friendships. They're losing romantic, like people are not as interested in this group anymore. People don't really have very much nice things to say about them because they don't put anything nice out. If you talk crap about people all the time and you just create drama or cause drama, and that's all you ever talk about, people are going to distance themselves. This is what people are doing. They're distancing themselves from this person. What is going to happen to these chain of fools? Wow. These people don't feel any remorse for what they've done.
Sorry.
Oh my god, thank you. That was confirmation, but I literally just got this cool little vision in my head. So the Four of Wands is in reverse with the Eight of Swords in reverse and the World. Oh, this is going to be really rough. This is going to be rough, okay? Someone here is possibly going to, this group of people, each individually, okay, so take this how it resonates. Each individual person in this chain of fools, who I don't know how many people are involved in this, but one person is going to lose a house and their job or their stability. Another person is going to oh, this is so bad. there's going to be someone else in this chain of fools that passes away, like a physical passing with this Eight of Swords in reverse, because they're going to die without remorse for what they've done or the behavior that they've partaken in. They're not going to die with like repentance in their heart, because this person doesn't care the conflict and chaos that they cause. So when they pass away, they're actually going to die with a lot of burdens, mental turmoil. And remember, when you pass on and you really have not forgiven yourself and you haven't forgiven others and you haven't changed your life to walk on the straight and narrow path and to be like Jesus Christ, you're going to be left with all of that in your head. You're going to literally be in hell, and in heaven, it's going to be churning what you did to people and how you made them feel. Especially when Holy Spirit and the angels flash your life in front of you and you get to see a timeline of everything that you've done. Because not only are they going to show you the bad, but they're also going to show you the times you did ask for forgiveness. And if you've constantly asked for forgiveness throughout your life, but in a genuine, heartfelt way, meaning you stop the behavior, you have to stop the behavior, or it's not like you're not actually taking it seriously enough, right? And sometimes it's hard for us, but there's going to be a death, so someone's going to lose assets and potentially house, like a house, but someone's losing assets here. Someone also there's going to be a divorce or some sort of conflict. Then there's someone that's going to pass away because they have no remorse. And then there's another person that here is going to, if they're pregnant, okay, there's going to be some sort of bed rest for this person. Okay, so there's someone in the group that wanted you to be sicker, or you to come down with like something. Let's say that you collective are pregnant. They were trying to curse you. So they're falling upon the same fate that they wished for you. There's a tower moment here. They're now trapped or stuck. Any last messages?
Satanic.
Oh my god. Yeah. Death is coming. Yeah. The Knight of Cups. This is a very immature, self-centered type of individual. Something to do with their like cheeks getting really rosy for some reason when they drink alcohol. Someone's very stubborn. This is like one of those know-it-all people. They're emotionally manipulative. This person takes advantage of people. And so because they take advantage of the vulnerable, this is why they're going to be experiencing some kind of death. Clarify this world. Ten of Cups in reverse. They're going to lose all of their friends, their connections. There's people in this chain of fools. Again, they're going to lose all of their friendships.
Apologize.
They're going to potentially be required to apologize if there's legal matters here, like if this is a civil lawsuit. Someone's going to have to publicly apologize. They're going to have to do it in writing because they did this dangerous writing. They did the slander in writing. They're going to lose. So people here are losing a home. There's financial stability. Some people, it's going to be their job. Whatever allows them to have a stable foundation. Four of Wands in reverse. That's going... I'm going down. Yep. It's going down. Clarify this Eight of Swords in reverse. I just want a little more.
Pet.
Oh, pet. Oh! Did you really say that? This is what came out when Spirit said pet. 2 of Cups in reverse. This person. Okay, someone in the group, okay. Assets, a home, a job, gone. Love relationships, gone. Breakups are going to happen. Divorces are going to happen. Arguments, tons and tons of fighting are going to happen.
Where are we?
And it's all about finances. There's also a lot of jealousy in the group. Certain individuals are very jealous individuals. And so there's going to be a lot of jealousy and fighting about jealousy. If someone's married, there's going to be some kind of jealousy or an argument or something happening here. Yep. The whole entire group that they're a part of, that they're chained to, these chain of fools. Why, you ask? Why is the last message? The moon. The secrets? Things they were hiding? Ace of Swords in reverse, and the 9 of Wands in reverse. The lies that they told are not protected. They are not protected. Legally, they are not protected from this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Socially, they are not protected. Not one bit. Whoever has done this chain of fools have done this is a really bad look. It's so bad. There's at least 3 masculines and like 2 females involved here. It's so bad. It's so bad that they're going to be investigated. And the investigator is very balanced, very logical. This person is going to look at the facts and the evidence clearly, and they're not going to be swayed by anything. There also could be a private investigator, and there could be an investigator investigating some of these individuals in this chain of fools for other reasons, which will be their karma. So no matter what they've done, there is now a chain reaction in this chain of fools. It's going to be one after another. They're going to be toppling down one by one by one. And unfortunately, someone will... I've predicted death before. I actually predicted my stepfather's heart attack.
It's cold.
Yeah. He was at our Halloween party with me and my ex. We had hosted a Halloween party. And he was there. And the whole time, he was like walking around me talking to other people. And I just kept getting this feeling like someone in the party was going to have a heart attack. And I even told my ex that. And when everyone left, I said, I swear, one of the men at the party, someone in the family is going to have a heart attack. And it ended up being my stepdad. And it literally happened 2 months? No, 2 months? A month and like a half. It literally happened in like a month and a half from the time that the party happened and the heart attack occurred. So I bring that up to say that many times we don't want to predict that kind of stuff. I don't want to even see those visions in my head, but I do. And here, this in reverse. Nothing. Yeah. So there's something called a twice death. This is where you are not in line with the Father at all. You are arrogant. You are conceited. Again, like I stated, this person is there's going to be a... Sweet. Ooh. Yeah. When Jesus talked about the second death, he was talking about that his followers will not die, but he's not talking about people that just believe. Like demons believe in Jesus. They know who he is. Satan even knows who he is. They know exactly who he is. They believe in him because they know where he came from, and they know exactly who their father is. Just because they rebel against him does not mean they don't believe. So what I have to say is that these individuals, these chain of fools, they might believe, but they don't follow. They don't actually follow his words because they wouldn't be behaving this way if they actually believed in Jesus Christ. Our Lord and Savior did not die on the cross. for these chain of fools to be acting like this. They're literally chained one after another. It's going to be a domino effect. Boom, 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 boom. And the most shocking, everybody's going to be shocked and rocked. Because Spirit said rock. Everyone's going to be shocked and rocked. Did you say rock? I swear you said rock. Everybody's going to be shocked and rocked to their core. But the worst part is when the thing... The angels... Understand that every human has angelic guidance around them. The Father has protected them with angels. And if people truly know how to tap into their angelic guides, you'll have a fair chance in this life. But when you tap into the demon that's attached to you, you tap into that lower vibrational energy, the angels aren't going to help you. So the angels of others are protecting them. And so whatever that means, everybody a part of this chain of fools is going to go down. And someone's going to die. People are going to lose their assets in their home. People are going to get divorced and separated. They're going to have breakups. These people are going to they're not protected at all by the law. So like the law of this physical realm does not protect them for what they've been doing and saying. Someone here may have had a miscarriage or has had multiple miscarriages. And it's unfortunate because this would be partly why. My father is a Reiki master. Not my biological father, but the dad that raised me. I have 3 dads. I have a stepdad. I have a father that God sent me to raise me since my real father was not able to raise me. And he is a Reiki master. And he's helped a lot of people that have dealt with infertility issues energetically move blockages from their life to allow the energy to properly flow in their womb. And my dad has received I don't even know how many thank you cards with baby pictures attached to it. It's just like when, you go in for like IVF treatment and then you see the wall of baby pictures because these are all the successful births that occurred. My dad has had similar experiences in that way. And when I saw this card, I thought partially that this person's womb is blocked because of all the negativity they've done. I'm just giving you a bunch of different scenarios in hopes that however it resonates for you, just know that all of those that were linked doing this craziness towards you, boom, 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 they're all falling down like dominoes. Oh my God. I just saw, what is his name? Oh my God. There's a song, I forget the band's name. As soon as I said Dominoes, I saw this, and Spirit said Satan. This is a very demonic type of song, but it's called Watch the World Burn. It's like a modern rock, hip-hoppy, poppy type song, but it's supposed to be rock music. And the lead singer actually was in jail for murder or attempted murder. And he served his time and now he's famous. There's something with that in relation to the Satanism here. This behavior, this evil behavior. These people are genuinely chained to the devil.
Apologize.
They're chained to the devil and they need to apologize. They need to apologize to the Father, but they really need to apologize to you. They need it in writing, since they wrote down all these dangerous writings. 70? Yep. Because if they don't, partially what's the first sign is that a lot of the things that they have planned for their own life are going to start being placed on hold and being paused by the universe. God is going to be like, "Whoop, halt. Who goes there? Oh no, you're not allowed. You can't pass this gate. Nope." So, yeah. Okay. What is an outcome that I can share with the collective? Give them some peace of mind. King of Coins, Joseph in charge of Egypt. Okay, Egypt. You know what happened to Egypt. Ooh, 6 of Cups in reverse.
44.
44? Okay, someone could be 44 years old, or that breaks down to the number 8. So this is a, what they have created is called a infinity loop. So what an infinity loop is, basically whatever starts here goes around and happens here, and then it comes back around and happens here again. So whatever you put out is going to always come back to you. That's why it's always good to only put out good things. Help people. Share with people. Feed people. Do all the things. Pot? Yeah. Because these people are being hypocritical. It's like calling the kettle, the pot called the kettle black, right? Yeah. Yeah, collective, you guys are building like a business. You guys are building a foundation here. Everything that they've tried to block for you is coming back because you have God's promise to Abraham, 10 of coins, 10 of grain. And then you have the king of grain. So you are about to be very successful.
Real.
Yeah, it's going to be really real. Like, it's going to be so real. Yep. Oops, I see death. I see someone fighting with God. So they've been fighting with you, collective, but really they've been fighting with God this entire time. It's so comical to me when people think that when they're arguing and fighting, I keep thinking the camera's over here. I'm just so used to like looking at the computer when the camera's right there. Yeah, these people don't know anything about being in covenant with the Father. It's very different than just belief. Because I could believe in something, right? But does that mean that I'm actually following it? No. So this is what's coming towards you, collective. You're going to be put in charge of something. We've got the Emperor. Yeah, you're a business person. 8 of feathers in reverse. So anything that you were anxious about, any of these lies that were told about you, it's now being reversed. Nine of coins. Yep. You're going to have a business partner here. Queen of Sheba visits Solomon. You're going to have a business partner. This person's going to be extremely wise. You're having judgment here because this is the throne room again of God. So that judgment is under the 10 of coins. This is your reward for doing the right thing at this time. Yeah, you're going to have, we have the Lovers, the Star. You're being guided towards this Ace of Cups energy here and away from things that are negative. Okay, just because the card came out as a masculine energy, I'm not reading it just like that. So you could be male or female. 2 of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Feathers. Okay. Someone is going to be, so I'm seeing 2 things. You are going to be coming into a new journey. You're meeting a crossroads here. And your crossroads is that you're heading towards a King of Wands energy. This person's a business person. They're very rational. Thank you. Very logical and rational. They want wealth and success just like you do. And so you're already in some sort of business mode. And again, this is like a business partner here. Someone is coming forward. So they could be both romantic and business. Many times, right? If you get married, you go in business with your partner. Marriage in theory is just a business contract unless you make a covenant with the Father. If you don't make a covenant with the Father, then your business contract isn't a covenant. It's just a human to human contract. Just saying. But collective, you're going to have both. And this is going to come in quickly. This person will defend you. See this? This person in your life, you also could be dealing with, right, a lawyer. If you're in a civil suit. Punished? Yeah. This person's going to make sure that the people that this chain of fools that have slandered you, they punished. They're going to be punished. This person is very witty. They're very intelligent. They have, I would even go so far as to say that your lawyer may have metacognitive abilities, metacognition or metacognitive abilities. Nothing that anyone can say will stop your business from growing. After all of this, like, stupidity starts to hit these people, there's nothing that's gonna be in your way. God is literally removing these people. The Hermit. Jesus promised, John the Baptist, Jesus promised that he would never leave even one of his children out. Even if his children are following him and they get lost, look, he went back to get the baby lamb. He went back to get the sheep. He will leave the 99 to rescue you. And that's literally what he's doing right now. Our Lord Jesus is rescuing you. Yeah. These people are not going to be very happy about it, but who cares? Who are they? Yeah, the King of Wands and the Devil and the Chariot and the King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, these people are going to be seen as the cold, heartless, drama starters, fools that they are. Chain, 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 chain of fools. Okay. I'm going to pull a wisdom card, Words of Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Don't be afraid, just have faith. Mark 5:36. Don't be afraid. The fact that it didn't focus bothers me, but hey, it's okay. Don't be afraid. The Lord is asking you not to be afraid. Have faith that he has you. He's coming for you. He sees what's happening. He knows what's happening. He is one with the Father. And he has your back. So I would open Mark chapter 5 and then read 36 and read the culmination, the scripture around it. And I'll pick one more. So just have faith. You're not alone in these hardships. But, you know, have you ever realized that for a criminal to be caught or for the bad guy to be caught, the good guys have to go through some crap, right? Because there has to be enough evidence. So Jesus can't just stop, right? Or God can't just stop these things and without like the physical evidence. So many times what we think is like it takes forever for something to change, it's actually just providing enough time in our realm to allow for the evidence to be obtained. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. Matthew 21:22.
I don't understand.
These people are going to literally be like, I don't understand. What do you mean? What do you mean we did this and we did that? You know what you did. So right now I'm speaking to the people that did this. Falsehood, cruelty, and dangerous writings, that's straight up slander. There's really no reason for all that. I mean,
House.
A house? Oh, they're protecting some sort of house. Like I said though, what did I say? This house is in reverse, honeys. This is literally the house card, the Four of Wands, and it's in reverse. Someone's literally going to lose their house. Someone might lose their children, their wife, their spouse. Again, could be a divorce happening here. This is where the house could be lost. There's some sort of chaotic something happening here. Some of these people could literally be married to a black widow. This is someone who gets married just to steal their assets. Oh my God. Whew. I pray for whoever that is. I wouldn't want to be you. All right. I hope this message helped in any way. If you please like, share, and subscribe to Scoops Life Tarot, I would greatly appreciate that. And I will see you next time.